All right, welcome back to the Good View Woodworks channel. My name is Nathan, and today is part 4 of the river table build for the yacht. So let's just jump right on into it. So now that our seal coat are done and dry, what we're going to do is we're going to take our orbital sander with a 320 grit sandpaper, and we're going to scuff this whole thing and get it ready for our flood coat. Here we go. Now that we've got the table sanded 320, what we're going to do is we're going to take some 91% isopropyl alcohol and we're going to wipe down this table, get all the dust off of it. But first, I'm going to take my air compressor and I'm going to blow out all these little holes. So you can see like some of these little pit marks and stuff. We're going to go ahead and take our air compressor and blow those out. Now that we have our table wiped down and it's dust free, see that piece of dust is fall? We're gonna mix up our stone coat countertops epoxy top coat, and we're gonna go ahead and mix it for 3 minutes and pour this baby on. And this is gonna be an 1/8 inch thick pour, so it's about 5 ounces per square foot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it up in the cup, mix it, pour it on, and I know you guys seen me do this before, but we're gonna take our 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel to spread it out, and then our paintbrush to chop the top. And this is our final coat, guys. It's gonna be really cool, super sweet. It's gonna look amazing. All right, so we're gonna start with our part B, which is our hardener. It's a little bit thinner. Start with that one first, and we are gonna mix about 1/4 liter, which is about a little bit more than 8 ounces. Actually, we need to mix about 25 ounces, excuse me. So we'll do it to the 12, and then we'll take our part A and we'll go to the, now we pour this, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. All right, now guys, don't be worried. You need to take your time, and you want to mix this for 3 minutes. We're gonna mix this for 3 minutes. Now guys, make sure you hold on to your cup so it doesn't want to spin out of your hand. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our mixture and we're gonna dump it right in the middle here and use our 1/8 by 1/8 square notch trowel to, as they say on stone coat countertops, mow the lawn. We're gonna go back and forth like this. And we're gonna get it almost to the edges, but not quite going over the edges first. That way we know we have a good coverage right here. Also guys, if you wanna scrape your bucket, make sure you scrape it out, but you scrape it out right in the middle of the pile, because there might be some that's unmixed, and you want to be, so if it's unmixed, we want to be able to mix it. And so we'll dump it in the middle of the pile so that we can make sure that it's all mixed up. Also, just remember, you want your table to be level when you're doing this. That way you don't have more epoxy on one side than the other. Well guys, looks like I need more epoxy. I'm gonna do that again. Do another one of those. We should have enough after that. All right, now that we have enough epoxy, I hope, on here, we can start mowing the lawn and start spreading it out. All right, guys. So that I don't waste epoxy, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back across and I'm going to get my cup. I'm gonna kind of get them all back over here, all the extra. And I'm gonna scrape it back over here into this corner, put it back in the bucket, and that way I can use the brush to do the edges. All right, so I'm gonna take my brush, and I know this isn't necessarily the right brush, but make sure if you have a brush like this, you go ahead and pull all the bristles out. That way they don't fall out into your project. But we're gonna take our brush, we're gonna load our brush in the epoxy, and now we're gonna brush all of our edges. All right, guys, now what we're gonna do is chop the top. And what that means, you're just gonna dab it like this, randomly, with your brush. All right, guys, now that we're done chopping the top, the reason why we chop the top is we get those trowel marks out of there. Once we're done with that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our heat gun. We're gonna take our heat gun and we're gonna get rid of all those bubbles. All right, guys, here we go. We got our heat gun and we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all these bubbles. All right, guys, once I'm done popping all the bubbles, I'll get right back with you. All right, guys, we are done pouring, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna monitor this thing, and every about an hour or so, we're gonna come back and pop a few more bubbles. As you can tell, there are still a few bubbles that keep popping up here and there. What we'll do is we'll take our heat gun, we'll come back in here, and we will continue popping bubbles for the next couple hours or so, probably once every hour for the next couple hours until it stops bubbling. But pretty much that's it. Tomorrow, when it's dry, we're gonna go deliver this thing and put it on this yacht. It's gonna be really, really awesome, really cool. All right, guys, as you can see, we have the slab nice and wrapped up and on the back of the old Ford Ranger, and we're gonna go take it to that yacht. So in just a few minutes, we'll be up the road and sticking this thing in a big old boat. You ready? Because I'm ready to get this thing out of the Goodview Woodwork shop and into that yacht. Come on, hang out with me. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's the boat out there. That's where we're going. We got quite a walk. So here's the old Ford. We finally made it. Now we're heading. All right, guys, so we're headed down. We got the table down to the boat. Sorry I didn't get any footage of that. I only had 2 people and we needed both of us to get the table down to the boat. So right now we're walking down onto the dock, and we got our tools and stuff to install this table on the legs. So here we go. All right, guys, so we finally got the table installed. It looks really good, great. As a matter of fact, it fits the room perfectly. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Mike some questions to see how he likes the table. All right, Mike, so now that it's on your boat, what do you think?
It looks absolutely beautiful. The wood popped so much after you got the finish on it. It's just absolutely incredible. It has so much character. The color is amazing.
Well, you picked it. Remember, you chose you helped me mix it, so that's all you on the color.
But I am very impressed. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. You know, a nice bigger table than was here before, and something that had a lot of character to it. And this definitely has a lot of character.
It does. It is a really nice piece of wood. Guys, there are a few imperfections. Some bubbles came up, but we're going to do another video on showing how to correct. If you guys have a similar problem with your epoxy table, we're going to show how to correct some stuff. It's really nice. There's not a whole lot of issues with it except for just a few bubbles that popped up. However, it's a great table. And I know Mike, he said he's happy, and that's really what matters most, right?
Definitely.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, click the bell to the right of the subscribe button to notify you anytime that I post a new video. And while you're at it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up for me. And until next time, thanks for hanging out with us.